Hello everyone, this is Brittany here with your art fill of the week, and this week I am going to show you how to draw tropical drinks. I'll put the little reference image up here, and I even went to my local coffee shop and got a pina colada smoothie just to get in the spirit for this video. Now, I don't have cocktails, but those are what these are going to be reminiscent of. So for the first drink, we are going to start with a circle. Not quite towards the middle, but towards the bottom center. And then I'm going to mark up here where my top of my glass is going to be with a curved line. And then we're going to meet this edge up and curve it up like that. Like that. And same on this side. And then we can finish the cup part by bringing that back around. And then for the bottom of our glass, I'm going to mark two lines like this in the center. And then we're going to mark where the bottom of our glass will be with a curve. And then I'm going to bring these lines down a little bit to here. And we can kind of make that curve of the glass kind of like a triangle. And then it kind of curves out again towards the bottom. Like that. Now all this middle part is going to be erased because that will be where our drink is going to sit when we color. And eventually we'll erase this, but we have to draw our fruit. So our fruit's going to sit about this far down our glass, and then it kind of, you're going to do a diagonal in like this, and then a curve up to the top rim of the glass because it's sitting over top that rim. And then this is the wedge part, so let's bring that line out more, and you're going to curve it up over the glass like this, and then bring this point down into the glass like that. And then where we did this small diagonal, that's where the skin meets the inside. So from this point we're gonna make kind of a triangle shape by bringing that line up like that. So this is the inside of the lemon or whatever fruit you want it to be, and this is the skin part. So I went ahead and erased this little part in here so you could kind of tell better how that's sitting over that rim. And now we're gonna draw a little umbrella. So we'll, from our lemon or lime or whatever, I'm gonna draw a line and then another line on this side for that little umbrella stick, and then from about here a curved line crossing over, and from this point since it's like one of those little stick umbrellas, gonna bring it in like this. And then add little lines for those sticks. And you'll probably want to note where the drink is going to sit in your glass for when you color. So draw a curve like this, and it'll sit above that curve when you color. And then you'll have some ice cubes here, which I'll show you in a second, and then drink about like this, just a little wavy line. And then for the ice cubes, you can just do straight line down. There's one cube. Do a smaller one, maybe right here. Another one maybe here. Just some little half squares, half rectangles inside that small oval. And you'll also see them kind of meet in your glass if it's see-through. And for our next drink, it's going to be closer to a regular glass. Start by doing the bottom of my glass with the curve, and the top of my glass is going to be slightly wider, so a little slightly longer curve. And then meet the bottom with the top, add a diagonal. Oops, too much diagonal. Like that. Ignore this line that I made. Then, after those steps, you do the cylinder, or you complete the cylinder by doing that curve around. And similar steps to doing the fruit over the side. Diagonal line in like that. Another diagonal up. And it's wedged over the rim, so like there. Another diagonal. And it goes back in here. And then curve around. And then from there, diagonal down. And the reference in my photo is a pineapple, so it's going to have those ridges on this edge. It looks like it had a cherry also, so make a C and then another C shape, and then the cherry stick. And then the umbrella is like poked through them. So from the cherry, we'll do those two lines again, like we did on our previous drink. And in my reference, you're kind of seeing the underneath part of the umbrella. I'm gonna draw a line across like this. and then do like a trapezoid type of shape to make my umbrella. So I did the line across, one diagonal up, diagonal on the other side, and then diagonals to meet in the middle. And then you can match that up with this cherry to make it a full umbrella. And actually our lines here might need to be chopped down depending on where you drew them, because that's more of the center of the umbrella if we're looking at it upside down or underneath. And then it has those sticks inside. So just draw lines out from this center pole of the umbrella. You can use some of the ones you already made. And then there's also those, it goes all the way through that paper. And now we can do the ice cubes and the straw and marking the drink in this one. So I'm gonna do an ice cube out from here, do a square, another one here, and then here I need my straw is gonna come out here. So from this block, drawing a straight line out for the straw, and then doing another ice cube here, kind of behind the straw. And then this drink kind of has two tones of color, so I'm just gonna draw a line kind of like that across for when I color, and then you can kind of see the ice cubes through the glass. That'd be the straw. Bring that ice cube further down. You don't need to draw like the actual full ice cubes here, it's just gonna be a hint when you color. And that's our second drink. If you want my help for when you color, then stick around. If not, thank you for drawing with me today. So I'm gonna try and make this simple and use just regular colored pencils to show you how to color the drinks. For this first drink, I'm gonna start with like a pink down here. To an orange. A little bit up here on this part. Very lightly right here just to get a light orange in there, but then I'm gonna do yellow. Yellow. Same yellow I'm gonna use to color my lemon, at least the skin part. And then a lighter yellow. The lemon going inside. A little bit lighter touch here. I'm gonna do a purple umbrella. For your glass, I have a very, very light blue that I'm gonna use. Leaving those ice cubes white. And then same with down here. That's part of our glass. And the drink is sitting down in this part. And if you want to know how to make it more of a glass, well, glass, I'll maybe do a different tutorial a different day on just coloring techniques maybe. So today we won't go that in depth. We're just coloring like it's clip art. And we'll need a brown for our umbrella. For this last drink, I'm gonna make it blue, and the lighter is actually on the bottom this time. So light blue. I've never been any form of cocktail mixer or anything, so at this point I'm sort of just making up this drink with the color. I just wanted to make a blue drink. And my darker is gonna be up here, but it's gonna be a mix in of that lighter blue as well. So I'm gonna be kind of choosy where I put this dark blue, but definitely around all the ice cubes to mark where those are in the glass. And it just looks like water. Guess I didn't realize it would kind of change the effect. Maybe I'll change it to purple a little bit. Have a little purple in here. And like color some of the ice in my picture. So I'm gonna lightly cover the ice. For my pineapple, we need to go back to my yellow, to my lightest yellow. This top part will be green, and red for this cherry. Do a pink umbrella. Green straw. Thank you for drawing with me, and if you stuck around and colored with me, thank you so much for watching this video. Please leave a like if this helped you out so that other people can find it, and also subscribe for more art type videos that I try to post weekly.